Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to do a D-claw bandage. This is probably one of the most common post-operative bandages that you'll be doing. So I'm preparing. Okay, so what you need for a D-claw bandage is 2 square sponges, gauze sponges, 2 pieces of tape depending on the length of your kitty, approximately 2 to 3 inches long, and then a 3rd piece of tape about the same, about 2 to 3 inches long. And then in your kit we're going to give you a glove, or at least a piece of a glove, to make this little finger cot. And I just cut 1 finger off of my glove, as you can see, and I'm just rolling it up so it fits over the tip of my finger like that. Okay? All right, so sorry, not the best placement, but it's where I could get my camera to work. So your kitty cat, gonna open up your gauze square like such, and you're gonna place it on the kitty's paw like that, and then the other one is going to be placed on the lateral side over the kitty's paw like that. Okay. Then I'm going to roll my glove over the top if I can and stretch it over the kitty's paw. Now this stuffed animal may be just too big for this and I might not be able to. On a typical cat, you'd be able to just roll it on because the leg wouldn't be so wide. So for your purposes, I may not have you do this, but I'm going to try and see how it works right now, so you guys can see firsthand how it works. I'm going to have to stretch it a little bit to get it over. The purpose of this glove, finger I should say, because it's not the whole glove, is to cause compression, right? And this is a D-claw. So with that D-claw surgery, I don't think it's going to work on the stuffed animals, guys. But with the D-claw surgery, we want to control bleeding. Oh, there it goes. So we want to control bleeding and pain. So with good D-claw analgesic, we're going to have some good analgesic, and most clinics now do a local block prior to the D-claw, and they use pre and post analgesics. So pain usually is relatively controlled. But by putting this constriction on there, we can control for bleeding, and it also helps with pain. So if you think about it, think about the last time you stubbed your toe, or you smashed your finger or something, you grab it, right? You hold on to it. Well, that's what this does. So this helps with that. So I got it over there. It took a little bit of work, but I did get it over there. Typically, this would be in a rolled fashion, so you could just roll it onto the leg. Now you go ahead and take 1 piece of tape, and I'm gonna put it on the lateral, touching some of the hair, just a little bit of the hair, and then over the top of the toe and down. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece of tape, but again this time I'm going to go on the, oh sorry, cut a new piece, I accidentally bent it. You're going to go on the other surface, so the anterior and the posterior surface, and then just close that up. And then the last piece of tape, you're going to put a little courtesy fold on it, so you can easily grab it. All right, so a little courtesy fold. And I'm just going to wrap that all the way around to hold that tape in place. So it's not really tight, just tight enough that it stays on. With that courtesy tab on top. It's not perfect. I'm going to make a little bigger tape, I think, so you can see better. My little stuffed kitty here has thicker paws than I'm used to. So make that courtesy tab, and And then I'm just gonna place that around the edge, just enough to keep it in place on the top or the proximal part of that paw. And then you have that courtesy tab. So in the next morning, when you remove that kitty's paw bandage, you can just pull, okay? And the rest, well, I have to get that off, sorry. Pull that off, and then the rest will just slide off. You'll just be able to loosen those up, and that whole bandage should slide off. I got my tape a little too tight. Okay? All right. So that is declaw bandaging. We'll see how bad this video is. I might have to make another one.